Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive. Today we're diving into the world of fast casual restaurants. We've got this really interesting blog post from Menuville, those QR code menu folks.
Oh, yeah, they're interesting.
Yeah, they are. And it's all about what even is fast casual? Why is it everywhere? The good, the bad, the future, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Like, we all eat at these places, but I
Mhm.
don't know if we really think about what makes them tick.
Right. Exactly. So before we go too far, let's define this whole fast casual thing because, it's more than just a buzzword. Menuville actually does a good job at nailing it down. They're saying it's all about that balance, speed, and quality working in perfect harmony. They use Chipotle as an example, which makes sense.
It does. When you think fresh ingredients, you think Chipotle.
Yeah.
And the customization thing is huge.
Oh, for sure. But it goes beyond the food, too. Like, Menuville talked about Chipotle's transparency with where they get their ingredients, their whole thing about ethical practices, too. That's huge these days, especially with, millennials and Gen Z.
Absolutely. Authenticity and social responsibility are huge for those demographics. They can sniff out a fake from a mile away.
Totally. Speaking of aligning values, Panera Bread was another good example they brought up. They were doing the whole cozy cafe thing before it was cool.
Yeah, that whole third space idea, right? A place between work and home where you can just chill and get some good food without, like, a stuffy restaurant vibe or the fast food feel. And this was way before working from home was a thing. Genius.
Right. It's wild how spot on they were about where things were heading. Actually, on the topic of knowing what customers want, Menuville also talked about Sweetgreen. Talk about being ahead of the curve, right? They've got their app, personalized recommendations. It's like they turned salad into a tech experience.
And people love it. It shows how much fast casual restaurants get it. It's not just about speed anymore. You've got to tailor the experience to the individual. Personalization is key these days.
Totally agree. Okay, so we've got speed, quality, values. Sounds like a recipe for world domination, right? Well, guess what? Menuville's blog talks about how this industry is booming globally.
It's pretty incredible when you think about it. And the interesting thing is, it's not just American brands taking over the world. They're adapting.
Exactly. They brought up this place called Operation Falafel in the UAE, like a Middle Eastern twist on fast casual. That's awesome. Oh, and then there's Yukaku in Japan, where you get to grill your own food at your table.
You see, it's all about understanding what people in different cultures want and making it work within this model of speed, quality, and customization. But, it's not all sunshine and deliciousness. The Menuville blog gets into some of the challenges that these businesses face, too.
Yeah, for sure. It's not all like avocado toast and rainbows, right? One of the biggest things they highlighted is how hard it is to balance speed and quality, especially when it's super busy.
Oh, tell me about it. It takes military precision. You need a well-trained team, a tight ship, because one little hiccup and the whole thing can fall apart.
Right, and customers totally notice. Plus, on top of all of that, these places have to stand out. Menuville talked about how competitive it is. New, fast, casual places are popping up everywhere, so how do you even get noticed anymore?
You hit the nail on the head. Branding. Operational efficiency. It's not enough to just make good food fast anymore. You've got to really understand your brand, what makes you special, and then make sure everything runs like a well-oiled machine. And it's not just like attracting new customers either, right? You've got to keep the ones you have coming back for more, especially with how competitive things are. Menuville was saying that operational efficiency is key. Like, if you can't keep your costs down, if you're not like totally on top of your labor and making the whole ordering process smooth, forget it.
It's a lot. And as if that wasn't enough to juggle, Menuville points out these two big trends that are changing the game even more. Sustainability and tech. It's like they're saying, hey, we can be fast, we can be good, and we can be responsible.
It makes sense, though. Sustainability isn't just for, like, the niche health food crowd anymore. It's something that a lot of people care about, especially younger generations. Eco-friendly packaging, knowing where your food comes from, that's important to people now.
It really is. It's like people are putting their money where their mouth is. Like, they'll choose the place that aligns with their values. Speaking of which, all that tech stuff Menuville talked about, wild. Self-ordering kiosks, those personalized recommendations, even AI chatbots.
It's really all about that seamless experience, isn't it? Imagine just walking into your go-to spot and boom, the kiosk knows you, knows what you usually get, maybe even suggests something new you might like. That's powerful stuff.
It's like having your own personal food assistant. But it's not just about being convenient for the customer either. Think about all the data these places are getting. Menuville talked about how they can use it to make their menus better, figure out what people want before they even ask. They can even manage their inventory better.
Exactly. It's like this whole data-driven approach that lets them change things up quickly and easily, makes things better for the restaurant, and gives customers a more personalized experience. It's really incredible when you think about how much things have changed, even in just a few years.
It's pretty amazing, right? Like, who knew tech could revolutionize a burger and fries?
It really is something. And it goes way beyond just like making things easier or more personalized. Menuvial even got into how all this tech can actually help make the whole system more sustainable.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They were talking about cutting down on food waste, right?
Mhm.
And how places can use tech to manage their inventory better and even make their supply chains more efficient.
Exactly. It's like by using data and automation, these businesses can actually do good for the planet and their bottom line at the same time. Everybody wins.
It's cool to see the industry really embracing all this new stuff. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of fast casual, what would you say is the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
I think Menufiel said it best. Fast casual is about more than just a quick meal. It's an experience. It's about creating a space that's both convenient and high quality, where technology makes things better, not worse, and where customers feel good about what they're eating and who they're supporting.
It's like they're saying today's diners are smart. They know what they want, and they want it all.
Absolutely. Speed, quality, sustainability, an experience that's personal and memorable. And you know what? I think the fast casual industry is really stepping up to the challenge.
I agree. Big thanks to Menuvial for giving us so much to think about. Definitely check out their blog if you want to learn more. And don't forget about their QR code menus. It's the future, people.
No doubt. It just goes to show you how much tech is changing everything, even something as simple as ordering a meal.
So true. Well, that's all the food for thought we have for today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and I'll catch you next time for another fascinating topic. Until then, happy eating.